My name is Jamel Young, and I'm 65 years old. I can pretty much see why I'm in the position that I'm in, you know, due to the fact that I've smoked for on and off for 50 years, and not a real heavy smoker, but I did smoke, and not a real heavy drinker until my later years. I would say my 60s. In my 60s, I started drinking constantly, and so I made a decision one day that I was gonna just quit because of the ailments I was having, and come to find out, the drugs had caught up with me, and the alcohol had caught up with me, and it was easy to see what was causing my problem, because once I started discontinuing it, the problem got worse. And it showed me then that either give this up or die, you know, because when they said my heart wasn't working, that's a scary feeling, you know, when you talk about the ticker, and everyone needs a heart, you know. So that's one of the most vitals. But now I'm learning now, it doesn't work by itself, you know, and so there's other elements there that you need to pay attention to, you know, and I'm really soul searching now, you know, for every little thing that I've done to my body, you know, and what I'm going to do to it, you know. And so far, by staying away from the things that got me here, seems to be working, you know, pretty much in my favor.
I found recovery the first time because I got what was called acute pancreatitis. I suffered from a very acute pancreatitis attack at the age of 29 and a half. I spent 3 months in a hospital, and
It's very painful.
yes, actually, and I was told by 3 different doctors while I was in the hospital that I should never drink again. And I didn't take that to heart. I stayed sober from alcohol for 2.5 years, but I continued to smoke weed and do other drugs. And then, out of a chance of boredom and being high on drugs, marijuana, I picked up and started drinking. And I drank and drank for the next 2.5 years. I tried to get back, but I ended up at Cherry Hill, and I detoxed, and that's where I broke my foot. And then I ended up at EOCP.
Right.
And that's where I started drinking even more heavily. At that point in time, I had people like DeAndre and Lily and Shonda looking out for me. And I'm grateful for them. They were like angels for me. I think just sitting down and having that conversation with DeAndre instead of just going over a checklist. Because we sat down and had a conversation, and I actually told him about my aspirations for the future. At that point, I really wanted help. And I saw with you that I could get the help that I needed. I really did. I just saw somebody who could help me. So I decided to just come clean and be honest and say, hey, this is what I need. And after I was pushed out of the nest, shall we say, I ended up back at Cherry Hill, and from there I ended up at Options. And at Options, I found a program that fit me just perfectly. And I was able to find a few meeting houses that fit me perfectly. And I was able to adjust. The meetings still aren't the same as San Francisco, but I still enjoy the meetings that I have found. I had my life where I worked, and I went to meetings just about every day, and I built a circle of friendships that I would say helped me every day in my life in recovery. So they were like my support group, you know, people I could depend on if I was ever in trouble. And they became my new family.
Yeah.
And these people supported me in my everyday life. So if I didn't talk to my sponsor every day, but I talked to a number of other people at least every day. Yeah. It is a difficult subject to talk about, and it's hard to bring up with a patient, especially the patient who doesn't want to talk about it. You know, there is a way you need to talk about it and bring it up. How do you speak about this to somebody? It's kind of shocking, like if you're a physician, like, I'd like to know how many drugs are you taking? What drugs are you taking? You can't just shockingly bring it out there. You know, you really gotta get to know your patient a little bit before you just throw all your cards out on the table. I've been fortunate that I have people like DeAndre and Lily, you know, in my corner helping me, and friends of mine in AA, people at Options just really pulling for me, you know, wishing the best for me. These people have been guardian angels for me. It's just a great feeling to have people like that.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I'm not letting any of them down. I have a sobriety date of October 10th, 2014. I'm never drinking again. I'm committed to that date for the rest of my life.
I was sick. I was in Highland Hospital, and I just had surgery on my stomach for the third time, and I was a little bit upset, confused, and everything, but it turned out okay. My surgery, well, I kept getting the surgery, like I said, for the third time, and I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't taking care of the wound, riding bicycles and doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I wasn't healing right, and it stayed infected and everything, so yes. I learned from that.
What did you learn?
I learned that life is very short, you know, and I ain't getting no younger, I'm getting older, and it's time for a change. This time it was a lot different, you know, because I had help, and the right people helped me. But the most important thing is that I accepted the help. Well, the heroin was in my life. It was very difficult because that's what kept me in the hospital, you know. That's what kept me running back and forth to the hospital with infections and everything and all that. So now, like I say, when you get tired, you're tired, you know. Can't nobody push you. They can lead you to the water, but they can't make you drink it. You know, you got to drink it on your own. So I'm drinking now. Drinking the water. Yes. Yes, and I'm glad I'm on the methadone and everything. It keeps the edge off of me. I don't even have that desire, that thoughts anymore, you know. Everybody tries to tell you that, you know how they try to push you into something that you're not ready for. But when you're ready to do it, it's a different thing. So all the time I was getting pushed by family members and everything, but let me do it on my own. And I finally, you know, decided that I need this. So here I am. And it's a good thing. You have to be ready for a change or, you know, ready to stop doing what you're doing, and, you know, because time brings about a change. So it was time for me, you know. Like I said, I ain't getting no younger. You know, I have 3 kids, and they all very supportive of me and everything. So I got a lot to live for and to, you know, to be here for. We always had a relationship, but it's just things now is more better now, you know. We're more closer, like, but we always been close and everything, but it's just, it wasn't there like it's there now, you know. Yes, we talk every day on the phone, you know, but when I was 40 and I was 2 or 3 months before I talked to my kids or something, you know, but we talked. Like I said, we had a good bond relationship, you know, but now it just clicked off, you know, and they're very proud of me, supportive and everything. But most of all, I'm proud of myself.